Okay, so I haven't done this in a while, so I figured, why not? If it keeps me awake, if it keeps me from crashing into the ground because I'm so tired, I might as well make a video. So, I was thinking about today, and I have 2 stories to tell you. They're completely stupid stories. So, feel free to turn this off now. But they are connected. So the first story, I was in a health food store earlier today, and making small talk with the cashier. And the cashier says, "How are you doing?" I said, "Fine, how are you?" And he says, "Oh, well, I'm not doing that great, actually. I lost my phone." And I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that." Well, he wasn't speaking an English accent, neither was I, but, here it goes. And he went on to say, in this sort of Buddhist sort of way, he went on to sort of philosophize while he was checking out my items. And he was like, but maybe it's meant to be, he said, rather than getting all torn up about it, maybe there's some, greater purpose in this. Maybe something good will come of this. And I said, well, that's a really good attitude to have. That's fabulous. And he said, well, I'm actually still going to look for it, but I'm just saying, like, why not sort of think that maybe something good will come of this? And I said, well, that's really a good, really, really nice attitude. And I said, but you know what I've heard? And he said, what? And I said, sometimes when you look too hard for things, you don't find them. Sometimes you just have to stop looking so hard, and then things happen. And he goes, well, you know what then? He said, I'm going to completely stop looking for it, and then, yes, I'm sure it will turn up. And I said, well, yeah, that's not exactly what I meant, but you go right ahead. So there's that story, which I thought was kind of Buddhist, And then, okay, this is another sort of longer tale. Okay, so about a year ago, during the pandemic, my sister, my darling sister, sent me a gift certificate to this place. I'm not going to name the place because I don't want to put this place out of business. But it's a place where they have cupcakes and things. So it's a very sort of gourmet shop. So I got this gift certificate. Well, god damn it, I could not get these fucking things to come through the mail. And they insisted that I actually go to Seattle to get these things. They wouldn't send them in the mail. It was really complicated and annoying. But eventually month after month goes by, and I finally, like, oh my god, all right, I'll remember to do this. Every time I was in Seattle, I kept forgetting to go to this place. So finally the other day, I'm like, okay, I'm in Seattle. I'm going to go to this place. I'm going to do this. I'm going to redeem this gift certificate, And then I look at their hours, and they don't open until 4 o'clock every freaking day of the week. And I'm like, great, that's not going to work again. So months have gone by, and I still can't do this. But again, today, I finally okay, I know what their hours are. I've got the email. I'm going to go in. I go in. I'm the only person there when they open at 4 o'clock. I walk in. I show the guy the email. He's like, well, I'm sorry, that's not going to work. And I'm like, what? And he said, it's been too long. We've had a change of ownership. We don't really recognize that number anymore. It's not going to work. But, I tell you what, he said, I will email the new owner. We'll try to make it happen. And I'm like, oh, my dear God. And I'm thinking to myself, it's not meant to be. I am just not meant to get these cupcakes. There's some and I, of course, thought of the earlier cashier saying, just go with it. There's something good that's going to come of this. And actually, it's something good did come from it, because right after, I'm sure the guy could see my crestfallen face, and by the way, his name was Austin, which I thought was interesting because we do have an Austin in our family. So I thought that was meant to be as well. So he says, I feel so bad for you, because he heard my whole tale that I'm telling you right now. He said, I feel so bad. And he said, I'm just going to give you whatever you want. You just pick anything you want on this menu. And I said, bloody hell. I didn't really say bloody hell, but I felt like saying, bloody hell, that's awesome. And so I looked for the most expensive thing on the menu. No, I didn't. I looked for something, and he said, we know what I recommend. And he told me what he recommended. And of course I took what he recommended, because he knows what tastes good. And he was right. It was absolutely amazing. It was absolutely astonishing, and it is going to be so worth the wait, because I know that Austin is going to clear this up. I know my gift certificate is going to work someday. Someday I'll be back in Seattle after 4 o'clock. It will work. I will get my $50 worth of cupcakes, and it will all be worth it. And that's it. That's the moral of my story, is just don't fucking give up. I mean, don't push yourself until, forcing things to happen that are not meant to happen. But yes, that's it. That's all I have to say, and I'm sorry it's not more exciting than that, but that's sometimes the way life is. It's not always exciting. It just is what it is.